Alright guys, time for another video. It's been a while since I've recorded one, definitely over a month. I'm in Nagoya right now. I'm here for a week, and after this I'm going to Osaka for a week. After that I'm going to Hiroshima and then ending it in Fukuoka. Just landed. I say landed, but it was a 5-hour bus from Shinjuku Expressway bus terminal in the morning this time. It wasn't overnight. 7 AM to like 1 PM or something. I was literally just sitting there. I'm also quite tired, but believe me, I am really excited to be here. It's January 12th, and the sun is on my face, and it's actually pretty warm. I was hoping to have found a locker for my bag, because I've got a new bag. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's massive, and it's packed, because obviously I'm going away for like 3 weeks, so my normal backpack just wasn't cutting it. So I got that, and it's rather heavy, so I don't really want to lug it around all day, but literally just got here and I'm gonna kick it off straight away because I can't check in. It's like the usual drill. I can't check in until 4. So I'm gonna hit Nagoya Castle first. Then we've got some other stuff after that. And yeah, kind of just play it by ear today, get a bunch of stuff done, settle into the traveling vibe. And yeah, I'm excited guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video too. Big one tomorrow. I'll probably do a separate video for it. Ghibli Park, so there'll be a video coming out soon for that. And this current video will either cover just today or like today and day 3 where I'm also in Nagoya, because although I'm based in Nagoya, I'm going to be going around to different parts and like visiting like day trips away, like Nakasendo Trail and all that stuff. Anyway guys, let's get it cracking. Alright, we're in. I thought that was the castle for a minute. I was like, oh, that's quite nice. And I've seen over to the right. It's over there, and it's kind of reminiscent of Osaka-jo, which I also visited fairly recently as well. Over Christmas, my dad came. We did a week in Tokyo, and then the second week was in like Kyoto and Osaka. So on this trip will be my 3rd time to Osaka. I'm really excited for that. But once again, I'll be staying in Osaka, but then doing day trips away to like Kobe and Himeji and all that type of stuff. So a lot of videos, a lot of content that's going to be shot over these next couple of weeks. But this castle was built in 1615, I believe. So it's an oldie. It's an oldie. As you guys might already know, there used to be a hell of a lot more castles in Japan. But over time, earthquakes and also like the changing government like destroyed them essentially, so only a few remain. When I say a few, there's still quite a lot, but it's a few in comparison. And most of the castles you'll see have been destroyed and rebuilt many times. In one of the videos I went to in Nagano, which is a really sick video, and I really hope I can get the footage back, because like I was just out in the snowy mountains with monkeys and hot springs, and there were some crazy stories that happened. They involved me being naked in the mountains with monkeys at one point. But during that trip, I also went on a side trip to Matsumoto, and I saw Matsumoto-jo, and that's one of the most beautiful castles I've seen so far. It's like, I think it's like the most well preserved, or like the oldest that hasn't been destroyed and like rebuilt. It was amazing. It's like black, really cool color scheme and everything. But here's the, I think this is like the main, it's like a tower here, and then I assume we go around here and inside, and you can get to the actual. Oh, I'm crossing this moat. Look what I've just seen. Over in the distance, in the moat, there's a deer. I went to Nara Park quite recently as well. Saw the deers there. There's much less deers in the winter compared to the summer, and there's way less places like selling the actual like crackers, the food that you give them. But yeah, I didn't know that there'd be deer here. Well, just one deer. Speaking of deer, there is a place in Hiroshima that should have lots of deer, so I'm excited for that. It's a Miyajima Island. It looks really sick, and it's a really famous spot in the whole of Japan because it's got this grand Torii gate, you know, the red gates, standing kind of in the middle of like the sea, essentially. Well, when the tide is out, you can actually like walk up to it, but during high tide in the morning, it's like completely in the water. So it looks really cool. I'm excited for that day trip. I think this is the Honmaru Palace. I went to Nijo Castle quite recently as well in Kyoto, and it's got quite a similar look, except you couldn't go inside in Kyoto. This one, it looks like you can, so that could be pretty cool. But these buildings aren't tall. The ones in Kyoto were like in a zigzag like this. It's like 6 buildings all crisscrossing. But yeah, this looks sick. Looks like I can go inside. Hold up. Just wait a second, because I was about to walk in that tent and I completely missed what's right behind it. There's a whole castle here. I'm not saying no, but like, damn, this is a nice castle. It's massive, actually. I feel like this is bigger than Osaka-do. It looks very imposing. It looks massive. But yeah, here's where you enter to go into the palace. So we're in the Honmaru Palace. Whoa, look at that. That's sick. What was that? The guy in that room, he's got pipes, bro. He just started breaking out into song as I was walking past the thing. A little glimpse of the castle again. That's a big boy. Oh. Oh man, these castles are so beautiful. They really are. Like, they're just unreal. I should also mention, I'm extremely hungry at this moment in time. That 5-hour bus, and I haven't ate since I've been in Nagoya, so like, it's been a while. I got up at 6 AM, a bit before 6 actually. They're just doing ice cream. I'm not interested. I want something real. Damn, look at that thing. Huge. Alright guys, here we are, our next destination. It is the Toyota Museum. So now I'm in like the textiles area. It's really nice, and like there's a locker here thankfully, so I took my coat off because it's kind of warm in here as well, but the bag's off. But yeah, just gonna be like looking around, looking at old machinery, learning about the history of Toyota. Just been learning about all the different materials: cotton, flax, carbon fiber, silkworm, silk. It's crazy that silk comes from a worm. Now we've got like different wheels and stuff. It reminds me of being like on a school trip. I really like it. Like, it really reminds me of being like on a history school trip or something. Kind of reminds you how much you miss school. Just a simple, like, just the feeling of being back in that type of atmosphere. It's just, yeah. Oh, it's good days. Where like you weren't really looking at the stuff. You and your mates were just kind of like messing around the whole time, and when a serious subject would come up, like something really bad, like, you know, your friend would give you that look, like and you'd be trying not to laugh. Good old days. or you can just like press the button and like actually see the machinery. That's really cool. Oh, the ones over there look sick. Alright, off we go to the automobile pavilion. So we're actually getting to the cars. I was a bit confused. I was like, this is all cool, and I thought to myself, like, wait, I'm at the Toyota museum. Like, why am I just looking at like wool and cotton and yarn and all these like looms and stuff? And then I realised that must be how they started. It must be Toyota must have started with, because it's similar to an engine, right? Like automating the process of making yarn and stuff. They started making machinery, and then you see it get more complicated. You see it first off, it's like, you know, hand done, and you got like simple stuff, and then by the end you got this and like some crazy thing with water, and you know, you got all this complex technology. So that must be where they started. They started with, and I'm pretty sure this was their first ever like warehouse, no, like site. Like this was their building, and now it's converted into the museum. But the automobile pavilion, that's what I'm looking forward to. Gonna see some cars. I'm not the biggest car guy, but like still really cool. The cars are pretty cool. Like when you really look at it, you're like, wait, we went from horses to building these? What the hell? Some like little robot men's. There, this way. Crankshaft. It's pretty sick. Oh, look at the comic illustrations on the wall. It's really cool. So, from what I've gathered, they were like doing the textiles and stuff. They went over to the UK and they learned from England. They sent this guy over, a Japanese guy, and they learned. He also like went to America and stuff, and eventually like Ford even opened up like workshops, factories in Japan at one point, because what happened was there was a massive earthquake, Great Kanto earthquake, like 1923, and it destroyed like the train systems and everything. So the automobiles were like, that was their recovery method. But here we go. It's really cool. It's really cool stuff. Look at that car. Look at that. That's really nice as well. It's old. Prototype body. A1, 1935. That's a nice car for 1935, boy. Imagine if you still had one of those in like pristine condition. Probably worth like a tooth and an eye. This place is humongous. Like, you've got this top floor now, it's getting cool now. We've got cars and stuff, but then wait until you see what's down there. Oh my days, it's huge. And I thought we were nearing the end. Wow, it is getting big. This is the cool stuff. hell this is, but oh look, it's like a car. I think you do something with it over here. You build it. So I made this thing. It's like a car. It was just the bottom piece, top piece, then you like assemble it with the charm thing, and so you get like a little charm. It's quite cool. It makes like the souvenir like memorable. So be careful not to break it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna head on out. I think I'm gonna head on out and find some food, please. All right, back with the heavy backpack. And yeah, out of the Toyota Museum, which is just in there. Really cool, really cool. Final thoughts on that. If you're in Nagoya and you've got any interest in cars at all, then yeah, definitely check it out. And even if you're not, like me, still pretty decent. Like if you're here for a few days and you don't know what to do with your itinerary, then yeah, whack it on there. Not far from the castle, it's like 13 minutes by bus. So yeah, another little thing to get on with. Anyway, enough of that chit chat. I've got like a 10-minute walk ahead of me, walking to a train station, then getting the train to Sakai station, and then I'll be doing an observation deck, hopefully. And I wanted it to be evening because I like doing evening observation decks, and I like doing observation decks in general whenever I go to a new city, because it's like you get to have a little look at where you're staying from above. So I'll catch you guys when I'm coming out the station. All right, there it is. You can see it through the tree. Yeah, I love Japanese cities. There's a very like, you can just tell from this, look, from just from this, you can tell it's Japan. Because of those, mainly because those signs, you know, you don't really see them like that anywhere else, where they go up the building like that. It's their trademark thingy. I probably need to cross over. Yeah, that's dumb of me. Yeah, I'll cross over here. Look at that. It kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower. They do like France. They have like French, there's like a French TV show they watch. Like it's got like, I don't even know what they are, like rabbits. A black and a white one. But it does look very Eiffel Towery. Yeah, that's my next destination. I think by the time I'm up there, it should be like fairly dark. So might get a view of it when it's like just like this, where it's not quite night yet, and then it should transition, because when the sun goes down here it gets dark super quick. You can see there's an ice rink there on the left here, and that's where we were earlier, standing down there. That's water. Yeah, it's cool. It's like 100 meters, I think. Yeah, you can get a better view than I thought. You can get a good view. It's a big city. I think it's like the 3rd biggest city in Japan or something like that. So, definitely worth visiting. There's one thing I hear a lot of people say though, is like, oh, you know, don't go on a trip to Nagoya because there's nothing to do. I think you're capping, I think you're lying. Because there is always stuff to do in Japan. And I've got a whole week. Like my trip here it's like 7 days. If there was nothing to do, I would have done 3 days or 2 days, you know. But there's a full 7 because I believe in Nagoya. I believe there's potential here. People from, if I listen to everyone, I'd be like, this is the most boring city in all time. But does this look boring to you? It's a big old city, and you know, there's stuff to do. There's stuff to do. Yeah, it might not be Osaka. It might not be Dotonbori. It might not have Kabukicho, but I'm sure it has stuff. There's a whole district over there I haven't been to. There's pretty big buildings over that way. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my time up here. Give a little walk around. See the sights. Got Nagoya TV tower. But apparently it's carbon free, this place, because oh well, little balls. this park is, it's like a long strip. I like these parks, but they use all the electricity here is. Oh, you can see the castle there, just above my finger. All the electricity here is powered by like hydro generators in this prefecture, in the Aichi prefecture. So pretty sick. Yeah, seeing the castle is cool. You can see it clearly. I don't know if you guys can see it well on the camera because it's quite far away, but it's illuminated. I can see it, like, see it nice, real nice. It's cold up here though, proper cold. All right, okay, so that was sick, and now at the next destination. So should have maybe just this one, another one, and then if I have time after I check in, I'll go to another one. If not, it's completely fine. I can do that one another evening, because today has been long. You know, you got to remember, I was on the bus for 5 hours and I didn't get much sleep last night either, because I was not in the routine of getting up at 6 a.m. And yeah, so at the next destination, it's a shopping street. I think it's like Osu Shopping Street, or at least the shrine at the end of it is called Osu Cannon. I spoiled it. That's the next location. It's basically intertwined. At the end of this, there's a place called like Osu Cannon, but I believe this is like Osu Shopping Street or something like that. And I like shopping streets. They're cool. They're very unique to Japan. Like this look. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you feel like you're outside but inside at the same time. I like it. Yeah, Osu Shopping Street down to Osu Cannon. Pink Panther. Bloody hell, mate. And Gojo. There's loads of these like clothes places. Oh, that's cool. That Gremlins one. I like it. Chickens. Karage. It's fried chicken in Japanese. Okay, so Shopping Street has reached its end, and we go straight into the shrine, Osu Cannon. Nothing special to report on the shopping street. It wasn't that long, to be honest, and nothing out of the ordinary. Pretty standard stuff. There were some cool like back alleys, but I think I showed you some of those at the beginning. But that's all there is to know. Just lots of like clothes and little food places and stuff. But yeah, that's a bell. And there's a shrine. Man, these shrines at night are just magical, honestly. The camera doesn't pick it up amazingly well, but it still does look really cool. I can see in the viewfinder. Ah, it's the lanterns though. Oh man, I always love these. They're really cool. Look at this. Right, so since it was one of those ones where it's like indoors and stuff, I thought it was safer to not record while I was inside, as it might be seen as disrespectful. But I went in and I did my prayer, and yeah, it's been a really good first day in Nagoya so far. Not quite finished yet, still got to check in, and potentially do one last thing. I'm not too sure though, it is getting a bit later. But that being said, it's time for me to head off to the hostel, and so I'll catch you guys once I'm there, and probably once I'm checked in and like everything. So I'll see you guys there. Yes guys, so I'm all checked in. Obviously gotta keep my voice low, people sleeping, but yeah, it was like self check-in, just let myself in and like sign like a thing. Got upstairs, went to my room, I checked out the living room space. It's actually quite cool, and I was chatting to some guys from Japan that just arrived, and they'd actually been to Ireland to study, and I've been to Cork, where like I'm from, so that was really cool. But yeah, it's a nice place, and
It's like 6 AM now, and I've showered, and I'm ready to leave. So, with that being said, it's gonna bring day 1 to a close, and so I'll catch you either in it won't be in day 2 where I'll catch you in like day 3 or day 4, I think, or the video will just end here. We'll see if it does end here. Thank you so much for watching, and next episode